Now let's switch our attention and focus to the new Multiprint enhancements. Several things to cover here, and we'll do detailed videos on each of them as time goes along. In the overview video here, we're going to just touch on all of the changes that have happened. You have new CAD functions. We have the ability to have live or static drawings. We've added libraries to Multiprint that makes it easy for you to pull things out of the shapes library. For example, if you want to show a cross section of a crown molding. We've added the notes library. We've created and added a new symbols library so that you can import your logo or any other type of symbol that you want to add to drawings. And we've added a variables library. So we've taken all of the information on the job tab, the room tab, and the settings tab and made that available in a variable form that you can add to your title blocks and or just drop straight on a page. And we've added a new page setup screen which allows you to design and select title blocks. Okay, to access Multiprint, we simply click File, Print, and you'll notice your File menu and your Print menu has been reorganized in general. So you now have one print option that includes all of the various things that you can print. So we're going to go to Multiprint, and now you can see the new design of the Multiprint screen. Your left-hand menu contains your various drawings and libraries. We also have a preview window. So if you have multiple rooms, you'll notice that when you click a room that it shows you a preview of the plan here. You'll also notice that if drawings have already been placed in the job or on the current sheet, you'll see those highlighted and with an asterisk. So you have your various elevations here. All of your product views are sent to Multiprint now automatically. That includes the face view of the cabinets, the interior view, the front view from the orthographic viewer, the top view, left and right views. Something worthwhile to point out is we've also added cross-section capabilities. So if we drop the side view of this cabinet on the screen, just use the mouse wheel to zoom in. I can right click, go to the drawing settings, and I can now determine at what level in the cabinet that I'd like to see a cross-section view. So if I'm looking at hidden line, if I right click on the cabinet and go back to the drawing settings, even in a hidden line view, I can zoom into a certain place in the cabinet and I'm now looking at a cross-section view. To reset my view, I just simply click the zoom all and it'll reset the view to fit the screen. In addition, your drawing library still contains or still has the capability for you to save 2D, 3D prints from the viewer, and also you have the ability to import things. We have also added the shapes library, so if I wanted to put a cross-section of crown molding in this drawing, I can see my cross-section there, bring it into the drawing. Notice the size, because everything is scaled as you drop it on the page. So the cross-section of that crown molding is currently scaled at 1/4 inch. So I just hold my mouse over it, use the mouse wheel to zoom in, then I can select a pointer, click on the crown mold, and I can stretch it to whatever size I want to have it in the display. In addition to the shapes library and the drawings library, we've also added the notes library. Whatever notes that you've added to Mosaic in your notes library will now be available to you here in Multiprint, and you can simply drag and drop those straight onto the drawing. Any of the items that you're working with you can drag from the preview window or from the actual library itself. As far as your notes go, if you click on the note and right click, then you can launch the library note editor. We've also added a symbols library. The symbols library allows you to import picture items like your logo or various other architectural symbols that you may use in your drawings. You have the ability to create multiple symbol library categories. So if I wanted to create one here, then I could select that from here and add things into it. It's very important to note, if you want to add a symbol to the symbols library, it has to be imported and placed on the page first. Then once it's on the page, you can click on it and save it into the symbols library. We've also added a number of variables to Multiprint that allows you to automatically populate information on the page. If we zoom in, for example, on our title block, you can see that the date and the scale is being populated, as well as the page number. If we right click on the title block and go to the editor, we can see that that's actually a variable for current date, that's a variable for scale, and you can see that the page number, page count is two variables. Those are located here in the various categories. In the help files that are online, we produced a document that has all of the variables as well as all the hotkeys to move around within Multiprint. So let's cancel back out of that. It's also important to note that your object settings are located here. So if we create text on this page, let's just type in sample text. And if I want to include a carriage return when I'm using a text input box, simply hold down your shift key and press enter, and you'll get a carriage return. So you can do paragraphs. Hold down shift, press enter, moves you to the next line. So now that I've placed the text, I can select my selection tool, which you'll notice is the letter S. You can see that in the mouse tip there. I can click on it, and now all of the object settings are for that text box. So I can grow the text box, but the size of the text is not going to change because it's a true font size. So whatever object that you've selected, your object settings will default to that particular object.